Welcome to Retirement Ramblings. I'm Scott, and today is day 326 on my countdown to retirement. So, today I spent the entire day pretty much focused on researching excursions that I could take on my upcoming cruise in August to Belgium, the Netherlands, Norway, and Iceland. And so, apologize in advance. I'm going to be looking down to make sure that I get these right as I kind of cycle through, what I'm looking to do on each of the days. So, the first day that we actually go into a port after leaving Southampton, England, is into Zeebrugge, Belgium, and that's about 30 minutes away from Bruges, Belgium, and about 2 hours from Brussels. The ship arrives around 9 o'clock in the morning and departs at 6. So, given the short time duration, I'll probably just go into Bruges, which again is about 30 minutes away. I looked up on my Uber app, and Uber is available to get from the ship into the city for a cost of about 68 euros each way, which translates at the current conversion rate to $79.12. So, we'll see what it is at that time. But the two sites that I want to see in Bruges are the Bonifaciusbrug, which translates to Boniface Bridge. That's free, but the pictures and the area around there looks phenomenal from an architectural point of view, and just from the ability to take really great photos in that particular area. And then the next thing I want to see is the O.L.V Kerk Museum, which is the Museum of the Church of Our Lady. It's about €8 admission, which is translates again to about 8.25 per person. And it's, from the photos I've seen of it, it looks like a really amazing place. So anyway, that's what our plan is for that first day in excursions. And then the next day, which is day 3, the ship docks in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. And I want to see one of two things, or maybe I can work in both that day. But it's the Rijksmuseum, which has a cost of $22.50 in the Norwegian Krone. Sorry, that's wrong. In euros, and that translates into $23.20 a person. And then the thing I'll definitely be doing is a small group canal cruise through the Jordaan district, which is kind of the more upscale district, I guess, of Amsterdam. And that costs about 69 euros a person, or 71.15. When my son went to Amsterdam, he did that, and that was like the favorite part of his trip. So I'm definitely going to end up doing that. Then the next day we're at sea. The day after that, we come into Bergen, Norway, and I want to be able to do the Mount Floyan and the Funicular, which is like a tram that takes you up to the top of the mountain. That costs 190 Norwegian krone, which translates to about $16.86 each, and that's for a round trip up and down. And then the day after, so day 6, the ship docks in Geiranger, Norway, and I want to be able to do the Geiranger Shore Excursion to Mount Dalsnibba and the Eagle Road, which includes the Geiranger skywalk and the Seven Sister Waterfall. But the Eagle Road is like the most twisty road, I guess, in the region. And so it's got, I believe, 11 hairpin turns as you go down the mountain. So it's supposed to be an invigorating driving experience. So we'll see how that works out. Then the next day, the ship docks in Aksla Mountain, Norway, and I want to be able to do the Fjellstua Viewpoint on Aksla Mountain. which it's free, but they said to expect to spend between $10 and $20 US at the top, where there's like a little restaurant and whatever. But it's 418 steps from the bottom up the mountain to the top, and they said, the climb isn't for the faint of heart. So I watched a bunch of people, in my age group, that made the climb and stopped at these variety of platforms along the way, to rest, because it didn't seem like they were that it was that easy for them to do. And unfortunately, you got to go both ways, right? So the coming down, I'm sure, is way easier than the going up, but we'll see. And then the next day we're at sea, and then we come in on day 9 to Akureyri, Iceland, where I want to go to the Godafoss waterfall and also to the Akureyri Botanical Gardens. There's a combo tour that's 119 euros per person, which is 122.66 each. So that's what I'd like to do. And then on day 10, the ship comes into Ilsfjord, Iceland, and I want to go to the Jambi Falls, and you can do a private tour to get there, which is a 3.5 hour round trip tour with 90 minutes at the falls itself, and that comes to $73.69 a person. And then the following day, the ship docks in Reykjavik, Iceland, and I want to go to the Hallgrímskirkja church, which it's free to go in, but if you want to climb the spire to the top, they charge you 1,000 Icelandic, I forget what their money is, IST, which converts to, I think it's Icelandic Krone, which converts to $7.03 per person to visit the tower. And then I'm sure there'll be other things that we'll do that I haven't finished researching yet, because we'll actually be in Reykjavik for 2 days. So clearly going to the church and just walking around will not fill up to 2 days. And I will definitely find other things that we want to go do to fill up the time. But that's what I got through today. So I was pretty satisfied that I was actually able to research that amount of information on the locations where we'll be going. And like I said, cycle back with my son on what he did when he was over there. But that's my update for today. Unlike you guys who I know are watching the Super Bowl, I'm not. So I'm not a sports guy. So you can leave in the comments for me who won. But just kidding. I'm not kidding about not watching the game, because I'm definitely not. Even though I'm a Philly guy, like that's where I grew up. But I'm still not watching the game. But my mother's texting me as she's watching the game, because she's winning pools in her condo for every time there's a touchdown or whatever going on, she's winning money. So she's happy. Anyway, please leave any kind of comments you might have in this comment section down below, or drop me an email at myretirementramblings@gmail.com. Otherwise, have a great evening, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Take care.